with things that she's purposed to do in the world. But as this idea of,
did you know that?
No, I did not.
And they came from right from where I live. And
we've been rebranding as Slow and Dirty. Solidarity with the word flow at the beginning. And so that
with things that she's purposed to do in the world. But as this idea of,
did you know that?
No, I did not.
And they came from right from where I live. And
we've been rebranding as Slow and Dirty. Solidarity with the word flow at the beginning. And so that
with things that she's purposed to do in the world. But as this idea of,
did you know that?
No, I did not.
And they came from right from where I live. And
we've been rebranding as Slow and Dirty. Solidarity with the word flow at the beginning. And so that
with things that she's purposed to do in the world. But as this idea of,
did you know that?
No, I did not.
And they came from right from where I live. And
we've been rebranding as Slow and Dirty. Solidarity with the word flow at the beginning. And so that
with things that she's purposed to do in the world. But as this idea of,
did you know
No,
that?
I did not.
And they came from right from where I live. And
we've been rebranding as Slow and Dirty. Solidarity with the word flow at the beginning. And so that
with things that she's purposed to do in the world. But as this idea of,
did you know
No,
that?
I did not.
And they came from right from where I live. And
we've been rebranding as Slow and Dirty. Solidarity with the word flow at the beginning. And so that
with things that she's purposed to do in the world. But as this idea of,
did you know
No,
that?
I did not.
And they came from right from where I live. And
we've been rebranding as Slow and Dirty. Solidarity with the word flow at the beginning. And so that
with things that she's purposed to do in the world. But as this idea of,
did you know
No, I
that?
did not.
And they came from right from where I live. And
we've been rebranding as Slow and Dirty. Solidarity with the word flow at the beginning. And so that
with things that she's purposed to do in the world. But as this idea of,
did you know
No, I
that?
did not.
And they came from right from where I live. And
we've been rebranding as Slow and Dirty. Solidarity with the word flow at the beginning. And so that
with things that she's purposed to do in the world. But as this idea of,
did you know
No, I
that?
did not.
And they came from right from where I live. And
running round on a treadmill. This ain't life. Turn around like a cartwheel. No, this ain't right. No, there's gotta be more than the rat race. Gotta be more. Who said we were lost in the first place? What makes them sure? Never been here before, so I'll never
Understand. I have to ask you, Jeff, you know, because you're out a lot and you get to be in that corner. I'm not gonna bite my tongue. you get to be in that corner we're not in. And, you know, sometimes we say we were a fly on the wall. You know, is that the way a lot of you guys see us? And it's not a negative question. It's a real question.
Right now is my dreams, my love, my art. Can I live? Can I live? Can I live? Can I live? Just live with me. All I wanna do is, I'm just saying, all I'm trying to do is live, yeah. Love, fear, self-doubt, and self-deprecate. With a heart on my sleeve and a dream to chase. In a world, in a wood, in another time. Deep breath, fresh air, and a crystal sky. And a faithful guy on an open mic or with a
I have
spotlight.
a lot of people coming to me, asking me, Andrea, what can I do to support Black-owned businesses? One of the best things is collaboration. This makes me think of simply my aunt. My aunt used to have a hair salon, and one of her favorite things to do was to support kind of other local beauticians or freelancers. And so she would always showcase their stuff in the front of her store. And so if you have a business and you're like, I really would like to partner, but I don't quite know how, collaboration. Partnering with a business that you know is Black-owned, that you know is smaller and could use the extended help, could use being introduced to a bigger audience. Such a small but important act.
Voter suppression has taken many forms.
People have been denied the right to vote for, well, now 80 years.
First, they used the poll tax to keep black folks from voting. Then, it was the literacy test, racial terrorism, and violence.
I don't want everybody to vote.
New day, same old dirty tricks.
There are those in power who are doing their darndest to discourage people from voting.
Calls for investigations after claims of voter suppression.
President Trump sabotaging efforts to vote by mail.
If your vote didn't matter, they wouldn't try so hard to take it from you. Vote early. Vote like your life depends on it. I'm exercising my right to vote, and you should too. Not because I want you to, but because he doesn't.
Your development of LGBTQ-focused compassionate healthcare. Keep the list below handy for quick access to general LGBTQ resources. Your local area has LGBTQ resources, even if you live in a small community or in a rural area. Seek these.
People experiencing homelessness could be hit especially hard by the COVID-19 pandemic, as the homeless population is older than California's population as a whole. Economic effects of the crisis will hit low-income Californians hardest, those who lose.
I want to ask every single American, no matter what party you normally vote for, to please, things have turned. And then think about what the next 4 years could mean for our country's future. The message we will send to our children about who we are and what we truly value. Think about what would possibly compel you to accept this level of chaos, violence, and confusion under this president and be willing to watch our country continue to spiral out of control. Because we can no longer pretend that we don't know exactly who and what this president stands for. Search your hearts and your conscience. Hearts and your conscience.
The coronavirus quarantine is a great chance to tap your musical talents. Or read a book, or bake a cake. But it's not fun and games for everyone. Lockdown can quickly become locked up for victims of domestic violence.
We know lockdowns and quarantines are essential to suppressing COVID-19, but they can trap women with abusive partners, Over the past weeks, as economic and social pressures and fear have grown, we have seen a horrifying global surge in domestic violence.
Calls to abuse hotlines and police departments are spiking around the globe.
More than 1,000 deaths.
Topping 1,000 for 2 straight.
He's different than every member of Congress. Everybody knew what he had done. He was John Lewis.
We're marching today to dramatize to the world that hundreds and thousands of Negro citizens denied the right to vote.
The Kennedy.
If it's the last thing I do, I'll make you mine. Baby, my first thought is you. You're in my design, just like the stars guard the moon above you.
Running round on a treadmill.
Yeah, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Ooh. Serve my time in a living now. I threw a dime down a wishing well. I bowed my head and I clasped my hands and prayed to God for a second chance. Bullet all through a broken heart, spilled my soul on the boulevard. Memories of a promised end, whispered I'm coming back again. And I don't know, but I believe. Said I don't know, but I believe, yeah. Nothing left to do but press through, taking the next step just to see. Said I don't know, but I believe. Heart beating, running towards my fears. I let the wind wipe away my tears. I was impatient, but I needed time. Had to build my character, kill my pride. I gave it all that I had to give, but sometimes gotta lose to win. Pass out without an ounce of strength. Fell 7 times, gotta pay. And I don't know, but I believe. Ooh, said I don't know, but I believe, yeah. Nothing left to do but press through, taking the next step just to see. Said I don't know, but I believe. Father, Father, I'm presently bothered. I'm tired of living in squalor. I'm trying to go farther, on and off again with my girl. Wonder if I should call her. Just like a shot for the moon, but then pulled in Apollo. Had his young brother from the D shedding tears for Chicago. I-94 pray to the Lord for a better tomorrow. Trading, begging and borrowing for dividends and plural. Keep my eye on the prize, he got his own sparrow. I'm from Detroit though, what your hood like? What up though, Motown, what it look like? I'm coming back home soon, mama, I promise. Fighting my way through all these political prima donnas. Ludicrous shooters, there's backstabbers and Jeffrey Dahmers. They trying to eat a brother alive, just being honest. So I don't know, guess I never did. But my hope is getting stronger with every day that I live. And I don't know, but I believe. Said I don't know, see. Said I don't know. Said I don't know. Said I don't know. Said I don't know. Nothing left to do but press through, taking the next step just to see. Said I don't know, but I believe. Oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah,
Hey, give it up for DJ Don't Fret on the ones and twos. Give it up for...
They say life is what you make it. I'm a legend in the making. I know just what I made of. They say life is what you make it. I'm a legend in the making. I know just what I made of. They say life is what you make it, yeah. But I'm a legend in the making, yeah. I know just what I made of, yeah, yeah. They say life is what you make it. I'm a legend in the making. I know just what I made of. They say life is what you make it, yeah. But I'm a legend in the making, yeah. I know just what I made of, yeah, yeah. They say life is what you make it. I'm a legend in the making. I know just what I made of. They say life is what you make it, yeah. But I'm a legend in the making, yeah. I know just what I made of, yeah, yeah. They say life is what you make it.
Hey, hey, no. Cause the last time I love, I learned the whole world dancing. Said I'm down, I'm glad I know more than I know thing. Gonna keep on trying till I reach the higher ground. Yeah, cause no one's gonna let me down.
but I'm a legend in the making, yeah. I know just what I'm made of, yeah, yeah. They say life is what you make it, yeah. But I'm a legend in the making, yeah. I know just what I'm made of, yeah, yeah. You broken down and tired of living life on a merry-go-round, and you can't find the fighter, but I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out and mountains. We gon' walk it out and move mountains. And I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. And I'll rise up high like the waves. I'll rise up in spite of the ache. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you, for you. When the silence isn't quiet and it feels like it's getting hard to breathe, and I know you feel like dying, but I promise we'll take the world to its feet. Move mountains, bring it to its feet. And I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you. They say life is what you make it, yeah. But I'm a legend in the making, yeah. I know just what I made.
With things that she's purposed to do in the world, but as this idea of,
Did you know that?
No, I did not.
And they came from right from where I live. And
We've been rebranding as Solidarity with the word flow at the beginning. And so that
with things that she's purposed to do in the world, but as this idea of,
did you know that?
No, I did not.
And they came from right from where I live. And
we've been rebranding as Solidarity with
Take me in your arms and hold me close.
Running round on a treadmill. This ain't life. Turn around like a cartwheel. No, this ain't right. No, there's gotta be more than the rat race. Gotta be more. Who said we were lost in the first place? What makes them sure? Never been here before, so I'll never be the girl that I was. See, I'll never use the past as a crutch. See, other time. Deep breath, fresh air, and a crystal sky, and a faithful guy on an open mic, or with the spotlight on and the bass up bright. Is it too much to ask for in this lifetime? Oh, I believe there's more than these city walls. I got wings, so I hardly fly. Say the bird's eye view so beautiful, but you won't get there until you take flight. Can I live? Can I live? Can I live? Can I live? Just live with me. All I wanna do is, I'm just saying, all I'm trying to do is live. Can I live? Can I live? Can I live? Can I live? Just live with me. All I wanna do is, I'm just saying, all I'm trying to do is live.
Understand. I have to ask you, Jeff, you know, because you're out a lot and you get to be in that corner. I'm not gonna bite my tongue. You get to be in that corner we're not in. And, you know,
with things that she's purposed to do in the world, but as this idea.
Did you know that?
No, I did not.
And they came from right from where I live. And
Isn't she lovely? Isn't she wonderful? Isn't she precious? Less than 1 minute older. I never thought that love would be making one as lovely as she. But isn't she lovely? My friend. Isn't she pretty?